Lionel Messi is widely regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time. His talent, vision, and consistency have earned him a place in the pantheon of football legends. However, even the greatest have their flaws. In this video, we'll delve into the lesser discussed aspects of Messi's game, the weaknesses that, while few and far between, have shaped his career just as much as his strengths. Part 1. Physicality and aerial ability. One of the most commonly cited weaknesses in Lionel Messi's game is his physicality. Standing at 5'7" or 170 centimeters, Messi is not the most physically imposing player on the pitch. This has occasionally been a disadvantage, particularly in aerial duels and situations where physical strength is crucial. While Messi's low center of gravity provides him with incredible balance and agility, it also means that he can struggle against taller, more physically dominant defenders, especially in the air. Messi's aerial ability, in particular, has been a limitation throughout his career. Despite scoring a few headers, including a memorable one in the 2009 UEFA Champions League final, Messi is not typically a threat in the air. Defenders often exploit this by focusing on aerial duels when Messi is involved, knowing that his impact is significantly reduced in such situations. This aspect of his game has sometimes made him less effective in matches where physical battles dominate the play. Part 2. Defensive contribution. Another area where Messi has faced criticism is his defensive contribution. While Messi's attacking prowess is undeniable, his work rate in defensive situations has often been questioned. Throughout his career, Messi has been known to conserve energy during defensive phases, opting to stay forward rather than track back and help his team regain possession. This approach has sometimes left his teams vulnerable, particularly when playing against high-pressing sides that exploit the spaces left by less defensively active players. Teams have occasionally been able to take advantage of this, especially when Messi's teammates are forced to cover additional ground to make up for his lack of defensive pressure. While this strategy of conserving energy has its merits, particularly in preserving Messi's effectiveness in attack, it has also been a point of tactical weakness for teams built around him. Part 3. Penalty record. Penalty taking is another aspect of Messi's game that has been inconsistent over the years. Despite being one of the most gifted finishers in football history, Messi's record from the penalty spot has been less reliable than expected. He has missed crucial penalties in high-stakes matches, both for club and country, which has occasionally led to disappointing results for his teams. Messi's penalty misses have often come at critical moments, adding to the pressure and scrutiny. While he has also converted many important penalties, the inconsistency in this area is noticeable, especially when compared to other elite players who have a more reliable record from the spot. This weakness has led to discussions about whether Messi's mental approach to penalties or his technique could be improved to increase his conversion rate in these high-pressure situations. Part 4. Temperament and mental pressure. Despite his usually calm demeanor, Messi's temperament on the pitch has occasionally been questioned. While he is not known for being overly aggressive or confrontational, there have been moments where the pressure of the game has visibly affected him. In high-stakes situations, particularly when things aren't going well, Messi has sometimes shown signs of frustration, which can affect his performance and that of his teammates. These moments of frustration have occasionally led to bookings or confrontations that seem out of character for the usually composed Argentine. Furthermore, the immense pressure of carrying the hopes of both Barcelona and Argentina on his shoulders has sometimes led to visible stress, especially in tournaments where expectations are sky high. While Messi's mental strength is one of his greatest assets, the weight of these expectations has at times seemed overwhelming, particularly in international competitions where success eluded him for many years. Part 5. International success and criticism. For much of his career, one of the most significant criticisms Messi faced was his perceived inability to replicate his club's success on the international stage. Despite his brilliance, Argentina endured several high-profile failures in international tournaments, including losses in the Copa America finals and the 2014 FIFA World Cup final. These failures led to a narrative that Messi couldn't deliver in crucial moments for his country, a criticism that has haunted much of his international career. The emotional toll of these near misses was evident in 2016 when Messi briefly retired from international football after Argentina's loss to Chile in the Copa America final. Although he returned to lead his country to a Copa America victory in 2021, the criticism he faced for his earlier international shortcomings remains a significant part of his career narrative. For years, the comparison with Diego Maradona, who led Argentina to World Cup glory in 1986, added to the pressure and criticism Messi faced on the international stage. Part 6. Tactical flexibility and dependence on system. Another aspect of Messi's game that has been critiqued is his dependence on the tactical systems around him. While Messi can thrive in various roles and positions, he has often been most effective in teams that are built around his strengths, particularly those that emphasize possession and quick, short-passing football. When playing in systems that don't cater to his style, or when surrounded by less technically proficient players, Messi's impact has sometimes been reduced. This dependence on a specific system has occasionally been seen as a tactical limitation. In matches where opponents have successfully disrupted Barcelona or Argentina's rhythm, Messi has found it more challenging to influence the game. While this is true for most players, the expectation for Messi to perform, regardless of the circumstances, means that any drop in his effectiveness is more keenly felt and criticized. His struggles in certain tactical environments have sometimes highlighted a reliance on the team's structure to fully showcase his abilities. Part 7. Injuries and longevity concerns. Throughout his career, Messi has dealt with various injuries, particularly in his early years at Barcelona. While he has remarkably managed to avoid long-term injuries for the most part, the physical toll of playing at the highest level for so many years has led to concerns about his longevity. As Messi has aged, there have been moments where fatigue and minor injuries have affected his performance, raising questions about how long he can maintain his extraordinary level of play. In the later stages of his career, managing his physical condition has become increasingly important. Teams have had to carefully manage his minutes to ensure that he remains fit for the most crucial matches. While Messi's resilience and ability to play through pain have been commendable, the inevitable effects of aging and the risk of injury are weaknesses that every player, even someone as exceptional as Messi, must face. These concerns have sometimes limited his ability to perform at his peak in every match, particularly in seasons with congested fixture schedules. Part 8. The shadow of Maradona. Throughout his career, Messi has had to contend with constant comparisons to Diego Maradona, especially in Argentina. While these comparisons are often flattering, they have also created enormous pressure for Messi to deliver on the international stage in the same way Maradona did. For many years, the shadow of Maradona loomed large over Messi's career, with critics pointing to Messi's lack of a World Cup trophy as a significant weakness in his legacy. This comparison has been particularly intense in Argentina, where Maradona is revered as a national hero. Despite Messi's incredible achievements at the club level, the lack of international success, particularly in the World Cup, was often cited as a reason why he couldn't surpass Maradona in the eyes of many fans. While Messi's Copa America victory in 2021 has somewhat alleviated this pressure, the narrative of Messi versus Maradona remains a significant part of his career story. The expectation to deliver on the same level as Maradona has been a constant challenge, adding an extra layer of scrutiny to Messi's performances in international tournaments. Even with his recent successes, the comparison continues to be a double-edged sword, highlighting both Messi's extraordinary career and the unique pressures he has faced. Conclusion: a legend's imperfections. Lionel Messi's weaknesses, while few and nuanced, offer a more complete picture of one of football's most iconic figures. His struggles with physicality, occasional lapses in defensive contribution, inconsistencies from the penalty spot, and the immense pressure of living up to the Maradona legacy all reveal that even the greatest players have their vulnerabilities. Yet these weaknesses also highlight Messi's resilience and ability to overcome challenges throughout his illustrious career. As Messi continues to add to his legacy, it's important to remember that his imperfections are part of what makes his story so compelling. They remind us that even the most gifted athletes face obstacles, and it's how they respond to these challenges that truly defines their greatness. In the end, Messi's weaknesses do not diminish his legacy, but rather add depth to the narrative of one of football's most extraordinary careers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more football content.